Hi everyone, in the second part of this video I'll show you the various features that I use in the ScreenFlow application. What we see here now is the main screen and the interface of ScreenFlow, and also the video and audio that was recorded in the first stage of this video demonstration. In this section here, that's highlighted with a yellow border. This is the audio that was recorded during the last guide. This section here, that's also highlighted in yellow, is the video that was recorded. Now, if I click on the play button and remain silent, you'll be able to see and hear the various parts of the video guide. And there's a little silver button with what looks like a rectangle. Now, once I've got the iPhone screen up onto the desktop, so as you can see, that's what we've recorded in the first stage. Now, there might be something on the screen that you want to obscure or hide so that people cannot see, say, sensitive information, private information. With ScreenFlow, it's relatively easy to do this. What we do to do this is we go up to this section here and we'll see a circle with an arrow pointing upwards to the left. If we click on that, that puts us into the call out properties section. We then go onto add call out. Now, as you can see, the screen has went dark. To solve this, and well, to lighten it, we drag the opacity slider over to the left. To darken it, we would simply drag to the right. So I'll leave it on its lightest setting. Now, if you wanted to simply just blur the background, we simply just tick this box here called blur background, and as you can see, everything on the screen is went blur. I'll untick that. If you want to blur a small section of the video out, you simply just choose from the highlight section, freehand. We then have two options, either a circular area selection or a square area selection. In this demonstration, I'll select the square. We then go back to the main screen here, and we'll see what looks like a little crosshair. We simply just left click, keep the left mouse button clicked, drag, and we'll see a little box appear. When you've obscured whatever it is you want to obscure, you simply just let go of the mouse button. Now, nothing appears for the time being until we go back into the call out properties section, and this time we want to go onto the blur slider, and if we left click this and drag it to the right, we'll see that the area that we've just highlighted is blurred out. So this is ideal for if you're wanting to hide sensitive information. That's a feature I use fairly often because when you're doing video guides, I might inadvertently show a password or a phone number or something similar like that. So that's more or less what I tend to do every time I record a video. I'll go in the next section, I'll show how I add the final titles onto the end of the video. In this last part of the video, I will show you how I add the titles onto the end of the video. I make the titles with the application called iMovie. This was pre-installed on my iMac, and amongst other things you can make titles, you can edit video, basically you can do a fair amount of things, but I tend to just use iMovie for making titles, so I can't comment on the other features and additions that it has. To save me making the titles every time I want to use them, I've saved them onto my computer. If I go into my documents, this is the folder that I have the various parts of the titles on. So this is the one called Fatboy Productions. I simply just left click on it and then I drag it into the ScreenFlow window and I place it right at the end of the video section, which is the section that we've got highlighted here. And then that very small part there is the title that I've just added on. This one here is the thanks for watching credit title. I then just do the same with that and I butt it up against the first title. This title here is called The End. Again, I just do the same, put it up against there. Now I'll just drag the video line towards the end of the video, and what you'll now see is the video finishing and the titles beginning. I'll remain silent for this part. And there you go, there's the end titles appearing. If you've got any questions on how to do a various thing in any of the applications that I've mentioned, just post back in the video section or send me a PM and I'll try and answer it as best I can. I've hardly scratched the surface on what the various applications do. I've tended to concentrate more on what I actually use the applications for, not necessarily all of what they can do. I hope that it's maybe inspired you to maybe make some of your own video guides, because the more the merrier. If you find this video guide's been useful, just post a reply back on the relevant section on the O2 forums. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.